I've done several videos on making barbecue sauce and shown how to make barbecue sauce in other videos where I'm making ribs or something like that. But I've been getting questions about, can you make a barbecue sauce that's lower in sugar? Because a lot of people want to try and reduce the sugar in their diet, whether they're doing keto or something like that, or just really want a lower sugar alternative. So today I'm going to use some delicious ingredients and we're going to make a lower sugar barbecue sauce. So before we start putting all the components together, I got to get one component ready, and that is some raspberries. Now, raspberry barbecue sauce is something that's fairly common, but I'm not using these really for a lot of the raspberry flavor. I'm using these partly as a thickener, kind of to replace molasses, because we're not having any molasses in this barbecue sauce. And molasses are very commonly used in making barbecue sauces. So I need to puree this so that we end up with about half a cup of pureed raspberries. And then we're going to strain them to get the little seeds out. So I'm going to use my immersion blender, but you could use a regular blender, a food processor, or if you really want to work out, crushing them by hand. And that was one of those smallish packages of raspberries, fresh ones you see in the store. I think you could probably use frozen in this too, but I like starting with the fresh. Now to this I'm going to add about a tablespoon of water. That just kind of helps it all start to come together when you use the immersion blender. And we're going to blend. And you can see it just starts to become a puree, but all the little seeds are there and we need to get those out in just a minute. Let me finish this up. So you can see that there, we just got a whole bunch of pureed raspberries. So let's strain those seeds out. So really when you're doing this, if you start with 2 packages of those raspberries, the small packages, little containers in the store, that'll give you about enough here. I only like doing 1 at a time because it can fill up that immersion blender pretty quickly and spray it around. Let's pour it through our strainer here. And you can see how thick this is and how much it clogs up because nothing is coming through yet. So we need to help it with just a little spatula here. We're just going to work it through here, help press it through this fine mesh. And you do need kind of a fine mesh strainer here to catch those seeds because some of them can be pretty small. Now if a few seeds sneak through, it's not going to be the end of the world, but you want to try and get most of them, if not all of them, out of there. So you can see it's starting to come through now just a little bit at a time. It's going to take a bit. And see, I spilled some over the edge here. Few are going to get in there. We'll live. Let's keep working it. Press it down through. You can also scrape the underside here where it builds up. We're starting to get down there, and at a certain point, you could keep pressing and getting more and more of the actual juice, the puree through with the seeds left behind. But, you know, we could probably spend an hour here and there'd still be little glimmers of juice. But we're going to keep taking it a little further here, pushing it through. You can see how this is almost a thick, seedy paste here now with just some of the puree stuck to it. Let's see how we're doing on the bottom side here. Scrape. And you can see we're getting a good amount in there. Go just a little bit more. See if I can coax a little bit more of the puree through the strainer. Yeah, I think we're just about down to the end here. Scrape this bottom here. Get every last little bit we can off. Take our strainer away. And there we go, our nice raspberry puree with a couple seeds that snuck in when I dropped it there. All right, we are ready to start making our barbecue sauce. So I have my induction burner out here because I didn't really want to move over to the stove, and I figured we can just hang out here while we're doing this. And on it, I just have a good sized saucepan. First ingredient is a 29-ounce can of tomato sauce. Next up, half a cup of apple cider vinegar. Our raspberry puree. 2 tablespoons of tamari. 1/2 teaspoon of kosher salt. 1 teaspoon of a coarsely ground black pepper. 1 teaspoon of smoked paprika. 1 teaspoon of red pepper flakes. If you don't want any heat in this, leave it out, but these really just sort of mellow in there. Just bring a little bit of the heat and some flavor. 1 good-sized tablespoon of minced garlic. About 2 tablespoons of brown mustard. You can really just use any kind you like. 1, 2. Finally, our sugar substitute. Usually at this point, I'd be adding in some brown sugar. Instead, I'm going to be using a monk fruit sweetener. This is a golden monk fruit sweetener, so it kind of mimics the color of that brown sugar in here. And the good thing about this is it's about a 1-to-1 ratio for the sugar, but you can really taste it before you decide if you need more. Go ahead and turn my induction burner on here, and we're going to set it to low heat. I just want to get this going at a simmer as we stir it. There is a little fan with this, so you hear some fan noise. No, not those kind of fans, but thank you, thank you. Now there are a few other things, if you want to add to this you can, onion powder, things like that, but I actually don't like a lot of onion powder in barbecue sauce. Doesn't always agree with me. If I'm going to add onions to barbecue sauce, one of the things I like to do is saute some really finely diced red onion. Works really good. And we're going to let this come up to a simmer. Turn my heat up slightly here to 3. We're just starting to bubble here. I've got my temperature set on 4, and once that equalizes, I may actually have to turn it down, but let's give this a stir. Early on, you definitely want to stir this as it heats up and comes to a simmer. Frequently, you want to stir it frequently, at least every couple minutes. Now that it's starting to warm through, I want to take a quick taste and just see where we are in the sweetness level. If you don't like a sweet barbecue sauce, you can dial back the monk fruit sweetener early on, or you can add more, which I might do now. I'm just going to taste it. Let's see. Ooh, that's good, but I do want some more sweetness in there. I'm going to add about 3 tablespoons of the monk fruit sweetener. Stir that in. Now, I'm not making this to be specifically keto friendly because I'm not really familiar with that. I'm just doing this because people asked, is there a way to make that barbecue sauce with less sugar in it? And really the biggest way is to remove that brown sugar and find a substitute. And the molasses also affect those sugars and things, so trying to get the molasses out of there. Really, if you wanted to, you could leave the molasses in and just get rid of the brown sugar and it would certainly help. But this is a good way to do it, I think. Let's grab a fresh spoon and get another taste here now. I think that's right where I want it. Okay, I'm going to lower the heat now down just a bit because I just want this to barely be moving, just simmering really lightly because it's going to go for about 20 to 30 minutes. And again, you want to stir this every 2 or 3 minutes now. It is a process. It doesn't make itself. All right, this is doing good. I'll bring you back when we're just about done and we're almost ready to taste. All right, we've been simmering for right at 30 minutes now, and we're gonna take a taste. I'm hoping it's good. I'm pretty sure it's good. That first taste was good, just that little bit of extra sweetness I think would do it. Get a taste. Ooh, I like that. For me, that has just the right amount of sweetness. If you want to add more of the monk fruit sweetener, you can, but I'm calling this done. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to transfer this to a glass bowl and I'm going to let it cool down, and then I'm going to chill it in the refrigerator for at least 2 hours once it's cool enough to go in the refrigerator. And then we're going to have a taste. All right, our sauce is nice and chilled. I've got it in a jar here, and I've got some chicken medallions that I just cooked up. Just some simple herbs on these. I'm gonna go ahead and mess up my cutting board and drizzle some sauce because this looks like it's gonna be good. And so now that my cutting board is suitably messed up and these chicken pieces are sauced, it's time to taste. I'm just gonna grab one of these center pieces right here. Pretty juicy, this chicken. I wasn't planning on a juice-a-lanch for this video, but I've got a little one here. Let's go. That is really tasty. That's barbecue sauce. I mean, if you really delve into it and taste it compared to a barbecue sauce made with, say, brown sugar and molasses, you probably could tell the difference, but just for having like some chicken or hamburger or ribs and putting sauce on it, I don't know that you're really going to notice the difference, especially if you customize the flavors to the way you want it. There's not a whole lot left to say here. This is barbecue sauce just made with less sugar, and it's darn good. So if you're one of those people who asked me in comments and questions if I could make barbecue sauce with less sugar in it, this video was for you. Simple ingredients, 30 or 45 minutes of time to prepare it, let it chill down, put it on your favorite food, and you've got some awesome barbecue sauce just with less sugar.